continue infrastructure. In that, we are going to continue with power, electricity. Power. Power or electricity is a critical component of infrastructure, which is often identified with progress in modern civilization. Economic development. Power is required in every step. Gradual development of various sectors of the economy, the demand for power is increasing year after year. Yes, so power or electricity is a critical component of infrastructure. So, to attain economic development, power is required for every step. Even gradual development of various sectors of Indian economy, the demand for power is increasing year after the year. Growth rate of demand for power is generally higher than the GDP growth rate. The growth rate of demand for the power is generally higher than the GDP of growth rate. Yes, see, to have 8% of GDP growth per annum, power supply needs to grow around 12% annually. To meet this increasing power requirement, a huge amount of investment is regularly being made on the development of power projects. Yes, now let's move on to sources of power generation. There are three sources of power generation. 1. Thermal power. 2. Hydroelectric power. The third one, nuclear or atomic power. Now, the first one, thermal power. When power is generated out of coal, oil and natural gas, it is termed as thermal power. In India, biggest sources of power generation is thermal. 67% of power generation capacity come from thermal sources. Yes, so when the power is generated out of coal, oil and natural gas, it is termed as the thermal power. A major source of electricity and account for 67% in 2016 of total power generation. Next, hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power, when power is generated from the water of fast flowing rivers or high dams, it is termed as hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power accounts for 13.60% of total power generation capacity. Yes, and apart from this, it is the cheapest among all the three sources and it has no pollution agent. It is a renewable sources of energy. The third one, nuclear or atomic power. When power is generated, elements like uranium, thorium and plutonium, it is termed as nuclear or atomic power. Yes, it is the next most up-to-date sources of power whose generation has started mostly from 1972 to 71. So atomic energy has environmental advantages and it is also likely to be economical in the long run. Yes, nuclear power accounts for 2.10% of the total installed capacity of electricity. Some scholars suggest to generate more electricity through the atomic sources. Yes, now let's move on to the other one. Challenges in the power sector. What are the challenges in the power sector? 1. Inadequate electricity generation. 2. Underutilization of installed capacity. 3. Poor performance of state electricity boards. 4. Shortage of inputs. 5. Limited role of private and foreign enterprises. The last one, lack of public cooperation. Yes. Now, the first one, inadequate electricity generation. India's installed capacity to generate electricity is not sufficient to feed an annual economic growth of 7 to 8%. So, to meet the growing demand for electricity, India commercial energy supplies needs to be grow at about 7%. At present, India is able to add only 2 lakh megawatt a year. Yes, it's inadequate electricity generation. The second one, underutilization of installed capacity. the installed capacity is underutilized as plants are not run properly during the excess demand. The operational efficiency of power project is reflected by plant load factor. Yes, in India, the PLF is very poor and inadequate attention is paid to improve it. The third one, poor performance of state electricity boards. State electricity boards which distribute electricity incur losses which exceed rupees 500 billion. This is due to transmission and distribution losses, wrong pricing of electricity, and other operational inefficiencies. And a large portion of the losses is due to theft of power and free supply of power to agriculture. The fourth one, shortage of inputs. Thermal power plants, which are the foundation of India's power sector, are facing shortages of raw materials and coal supplies. The fifth one, limited role of private and foreign entrepreneurs. Private sector and power generation and foreign investors are yet to play their role in the major way. The last one, lack of public cooperation. There is a general public unrest due to high power tariff and prolonged power cuts in different parts of the country. Yes, now the thermal power plant, which are the mainstay of India's power sector and are facing shortage of raw materials and coal supplies. Continued economic development and population growth and driving the demand for energy faster than what India is producing currently. So, immediate steps must be taken to restore the physical as well as the financial health of the existing power projects. These are the challenges in the power sector: inadequate electricity generation, underutilization of installed capacity, poor performance of state electricity boards, shortage of inputs, limited role of private and foreign entrepreneurs, lack of public cooperation. Now, let's move on to the measures to meet power crisis. What are the measures? The first one, improvement in plant load factor. Second, control of transmission and distribution losses. Third, increase in productive capacity. Fourth, promote role of private sector. Fifth, encourage use of renewable sources. The last one, development of hydro potential. Yes, now the first one, improvement in plant load factor. The plant load factor PLF is an important indicator of operational efficiency of thermal power plant. So, improvement in PLF will help better utilization of capacity of the plant. The second one, control of transmission and distribution losses. To solve the power crisis, transmission and distribution losses should be effectively controlled. Yes, the third one, increase in productive capacity. In India, there is underutilization of production capacity of thermal power station. So, its productive capacity should be increased to control power crisis. The fourth one, promote role of private sector. Although the private sector has made some progress, it is necessary to tap their sector to come forward and produce power on a large scale. India is the world's fifth largest producer of wind power, with more than 95% of investments coming from private sector. Yes, now the fifth one, encourage use of renewable sources. Use of renewable energy sources can ensure additional supply of electricity. And the large availability of biomass in India, there is a significant potential of meeting energy needs, particularly in rural and remote area. Greater reliance on renewable energy resources offer enormous economic, social and environmental benefits. The sixth one, development of hydro potential. India is quite rich in hydropower potential with an estimated hydropower more than 1,50,000 megawatt. Yes, only 21.14% of potential has been developed till date. So, there is a serious need to fully explore the potential of hydropower. The last one, other measures. Other measures which can help in meeting the power crisis. that is increase in public investment, better research and development effects. The last one, technological innovation. So, these are the measures to meet power crisis. The first one, improvement in plant load factor. Second, control of transmission and distribution losses, increase in productive capacity, promote role of private sector, encourage use of renewable sources, development of hydro potential. Yes, so far we have discussed about what is mean by power, that is electricity. What are the sources of power generation, that is thermal power, hydroelectric power, nuclear power, and challenges in the power sector, and the last one, measures to meet power prices. Yes, thank you students.